Hello and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream where we talk about tech, smart home stuff, whatever, all different stuff. So mainly tech. God, that was a horrible intro. If this is your first time here, just click that little X, close the button. I wouldn't stay. No, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. These streams are very open. We talk about whatever kind of tech stuff you want during them. Thank you to the new folks coming by. To all the regular folks here, thank you. I do appreciate you coming back. I always have fun doing these streams. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this weekend, but schedule was opened up. It's summertime. I can't keep track of everything now with the family stuff going on. So anyways, thank you guys for all being here this Saturday. I'm going to jump right into the chat because I see Devon has us covered. I was going to mention this. Good morning, Devon, first. Prime Day is July 16th through the 17th, and I'd like to know the 4th of July sale and what are Prime Day deals to shop for Amazon and earn free no rush shipping and checkout. So you'd like to know the 4th of July deals and then the Prime Day deals? I think my advice to anybody with all this Prime stuff, and especially now that you got the 4th of July potentially mixed in there, start figuring out your stuff you may want now. And actually, I'll throw it out there. What are you guys looking for this Prime Day? Because Prime Days are coming up on July 16th through the 17th. So let me know. Let us know in the chat. What products are you looking for? But I would definitely start thinking about what you're looking for now. If you're going to buy at Amazon, start putting things into your cart now so you could get those little notifications of price changes. But I would pay attention. Basically, I don't trust some of these sellers on there. I'm a skeptic, and it's been proven on some of these sellers will just inflate the price to knock the price down on Prime Day. So see if deals are really deals as you approach Prime Days, because you might just be getting played by them. They're like, oh yeah, it's normally $20 and now on sale for $11.99. Like, it was $9.99 before Prime Days. So never know. That's one of the best things to do is definitely think about that. Think about what you want now. And other thing I'll say about Prime Days, if you are buying Apple products, we are approaching the time that you should probably not buy an Apple Watch because September new Apple Watches are coming out. You might not want to buy AirPods. I mean, there's only rumors about AirPod stuff coming out. iPhones, we've now crossed the line. You don't want to buy an iPhone now. Wait till September. And yeah, I mean, you may see a great deal on an Apple Watch now and just think, hey, jump in and get it because it's Prime Days. Well, it'll be on sale in September when the new one comes out anyway. So those are just some of my Prime Day tips to get started. And just the ramblings of a madman. Steven, hey, welcome. Yeah, I saw you were here. I was going to drag this thing out to about 9:05 before I got started, but I saw you here, Steven, so stop messing around. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Nick, good morning, man. Good to see you here. I always love seeing your name pop up, Nick. And John, yeah, same with you, John. John, William, Jack. I love seeing all of your guys' faces pop up during these Saturday streams. John, good morning. I thought you were going to be gone. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to be here, but because plans changing, it's a whole cluster. My wife has to travel at times for work. My daughters have their activities. I just go where I'm told to go at this point. I'm like, just don't question it. Don't try to keep track. Just go where you're told to go. And William, hey, I see you got a different picture. I can't see what the picture is, though. Good morning. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well, too, William. Jack's Diner Rat, I saw that pop up. 102 today. I'm like, I didn't realize Sacramento even got that hot. I grew up in Central California, so you bump into, the hundreds, but that was usually, end of July, August. But man, 102 degrees, so stay cool, Rat. Man, that's brutal. Like right now, it gets up to the high 90s at times where we are. It's like, just stay in the house with the air on. Let's see, Ty. Hey, Ty, welcome. It's been a while since I've been on one of your live streams. I recently got a battery base for my Echo Pop. I really like it. Well, thank you for coming back and joining the live stream. And yeah, let us know if you want in the comment, which in the chat, what battery base you got. Because it's nice if you could take your Echo and go portable with it. Brian, good morning. Greetings from Toasty, Phoenix. Phoenix? Toasty? I'm like, isn't it hot from now until Christmas or Halloween? So, man, I can't imagine what your air conditioning bill's like. I know mine is already starting to get brutal. Welcome, Brian. Alan, hey, Alan. Good to see you here, man. Alan's one of our channel members who was at our member stream before this. I do a member stream at 8:15 a.m. PDT instead of our before this 9 a.m. stream. Marty, hey Marty, welcome. Larry, hey Larry, welcome. And then we got Bill, the official timekeeper of the Craig's Tech Talk channel. He's the man who lets me know either in the chat or in Discord, gives me a little time check. I'll glance over and I'll see 35 minutes. And it'll be like, ooh, I'm only 5 minutes into the chat. And then if it wasn't for Bill, this would be a 4-hour stream. So thank you for your help, Bill. And Alan has definitely helped to help get my streams in check, keep me on time. Adam, have you checked out any of the new Copilot Plus PCs? No, I haven't. What are your thoughts? Anybody been using a Copilot PC? I feel like for me, it falls into the area that no matter how cool it is, it's not my primary operating system. You know, it's like the Pixel Fold, for example. It's an amazing phone, but being an Android device in my Apple world, I can't utilize it. So I know nothing about the Copilot Plus and or the details of it. I should learn because I built a new gaming PC. My daughter basically has taken over mine and playing Fortnite all the time. So I built a new one. And I don't know what's needed to take advantage of Copilot or any of that. So please let us know if anyone's got any ideas. Brian, for Prime Days, if the price is right, considering an Apple Watch Ultra 2 would have to be very cheap, understanding new ones coming likely in September. Yeah, and that's, this could be an interesting upgrade year because this is the Apple Watch Series 10. And this is where they're actually looking at doing some changes that it may be worth waiting. I say this all the time, but whatever good deal you see on Prime Days or now on Apple Watches, once they announce the new ones on September whatever, you're going to have a week or two, a month or whatever to get old inventory from places. Like the moment they announced the Apple Watch Series 8 or something, it had an ugly band. I went right on Best Buy and ordered the previous year's band before they went out of stock. So it's one of those things where it's easy to go, oh, I want that. But like for just using the Apple Watch Ultra 2, which the Ultra is a great watch, but the rumors are pointing to that this has a 1.93 inch display or some crap. And the new regular watch is supposed to have a 2-inch diagonal screen now, which would be bigger than this one. And then the Ultra is supposed to get a 2.12 inch. So even that's going to see like a 5% increase. And in reality, it probably is going to be, they're probably losing some of the bezels on the screen to make up that difference there. So if those rumors hold true, you know, I don't know. I'm always of the mind of just, if we're in that kind of in-between point, you know, that not to necessarily buy one. Like, for example, my wife, though, my wife is thinking about getting a new MacBook Air. I'm not going to have her wait to see if they come out with an M4 MacBook Air. It's an M3 MacBook Air will be fine for her. You know, it's like there's kind of some of these devices You don't know how often they'll update them and whether you should make the jump or not. Is the very first Amazon show any good at all? The very first Amazon show, if you want to see it, my Goodbye Echo Show video that I did, I showed the original Echo Show. I mean, it's small, it's ugly. There's nothing physically wrong with it. It's going to do things that there's going to be some limitations that it can't do. Like there was a couple screen interface things, like there was no widgets on the top. I mean, there's certain software limitations, but overall it pretty much acts the same still as any of the current ones. William, hey Craig, one of the things that I'm actually looking forward to is a lower price on the new M3 Akara hub. See, that's a great thing to mention. Yeah, when it comes to Prime Days, Akara is definitely one of those brands that you're going to see discounts on. I mean, they have discounts all year. Like even right now, you go with this the U100 lock, which I'm still using the U100. This is my current one, and you can get that with $40 off. It's down to $149. That is a great deal. So there's going to be, yeah, you'll see pretty much everything. I should reach out to them, get the inside scoop, see if I can find out any information, any deals coming along. But yeah, that's one of those things. They're really good about the deals. I am thinking about doing a smart home deal video to see what deals we have. Hey David, thank you very much. David D. Spinks with the $9.99 super sticker. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, David. Thank you. I feel very appreciative when you guys do the super chats. So thank you very much, David, for being here and for that. Yeah, so if you are looking for smart home stuff, Prime Days are definitely a good time for that, especially with brands like Akara. David, 81 degrees Fahrenheit here in the UK. That's not bad. That sounds like a nice day going on there. I think we're like gonna hit the 80s today. Yeah. But yeah, that's a nice day. Duncan, good morning. Our Scotsman in Texas. So welcome, man. Oh, Duncan's our channel member. Moran, thank you for being here. Thank you. I feel like it hasn't been that long since we've seen you here. I appreciate it, Moran, for you being here. Alan, in 2018, I got my iPad Pro for about $1,000 on Prime Day, but I had discounts and some credits, so that's not likely to happen again. I'd like to update my iPad Pro, but I don't have money to do that. Yeah, that is... Sorry, I scrolled and went too far back. Yeah, but you know what though, Alan? The nice thing though, I will say, is that 2018 iPad Pro, it's like the iPad Pros have been so powerful now that it's so hard to, like, you don't have to upgrade to have a good device. Where I know some like the base level iPads definitely would not have made it that long. But yeah, it would be good to get an M1 or later with some of the upcoming features. One of the things I'll throw out there to people that if you don't know, the Chase Amazon Visa card gets you 5% cash back. And that's all I use that card for when I make purchases on Amazon. I use my Chase Amazon card, so I get that 5% back. So that definitely helps over the year, just getting that 5% and letting that accumulate and putting that towards purchases. But that or linking American Express points to your Amazon account. 108 to 110 by the 4th. Oh my God, Rhett, that is brutal. Oh, I didn't realize Sacramento got that hot. I thought it was really more lower central California got that bad. Wow, I had no idea it really got that hot. Dang. And Lisa, hey, welcome, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Break time. Yeah, in Phoenix, 106 in Phoenix. Man, that's insane. You know what, though? All you folks in the hundreds, in the dry places, be thankful. Because when I was in Massachusetts, it could be 75 degrees, standing in the shade, and I'm still sweating because of humidity. Humidity is evil. That's all I gotta say. John, good morning. 90 in Ohio today. And John, thank you for being a channel member. He was at our previous stream too. And yeah, 90s. Yeah, that's feeling a little warm. But shade could cover that. V, I like the new Sonos headphones, but the price. I heard them in a shop. They sound good. Yeah, Sonos has been making great stuff. But they're not cheap. You know, so I do like how Sonos though has been able to bridge that Apple Amazon world. Like you can incorporate like Sonos speakers into your Apple home and work them in nicely, which you can't with anybody else. So yeah, it's good to know they sound good. But yeah, headphones, they're insane. I'm content. AirPod Pros. That's kind of my go-to. Windrider, hey, good morning from Eastern Washington. Yeah, Washington. I always picture Seattle in February. Spent a lot of time there. A lot of rain. Welcome, Windrider. Bill, for fans of 1966 Batman's TV series, the Catchy Comedy Network is running a Batman marathon this weekend. Oh, wow. Man, those were fun. The old Batmans were fun. Apparently, there's rumors of a Lego set coming out. The Lego icons or idea set. Like basically the old school Batmobile. One of the classic series Batmobile supposed to be coming out later this year as a Lego set. Ty, I have the Plus ACC battery base. I really like that you use the same cord that would be used to power the Echo Pop to charge it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because you don't want to have to use some proprietary cord. Sorry. I don't know where that button is. Lost my place. Let's see what, God, I cannot type. Oh yeah, not a chance. Anytime I ever try to look for something live, it never works. Okay, there we go. I may have actually found it. Plus ACC. There you go. Nice. Little portable power option. I like they do have to specify. Do not put that on it. It is not for that. So thank you for sharing that. Alan, I love Batman. I have to find out if I have that channel. Yeah, and is that, I would think Catchy Comedy Network, is that one of the free channels? Oh, catchycomedy.com? I'm not familiar with that. Night Court, weeknights on most platforms. Wow. Okay. Oh, on now, 9 a.m. PT. Where to watch? We can watch Batman. Oh, in Los Angeles on Spectrum. Oh my gosh. Philo streaming. There you go. A lot of different places provide over the air. So if I go get my antenna, I can watch Batman now. So, wow. Interesting. There's so many more free TV options than I've realized is out there. Even that right now, just looking at this to see where you can watch this Catchy Comedy Network over the air on 2 different channels. I'm like, I had no idea that even existed. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. John in Wimberley, Texas. It's 95 at 11 a.m. That doesn't look good. That does not look good for you. So, let's see. Chicken Man, hi, how are you doing? I'm doing good. No complaints here. It's a Saturday. Once I'm done with this stream, I think it's just family time. There's no video coming out this weekend. I'll have a video next weekend. And then the following weekend. And then I might take a couple weeks off after Prime Days. Steven. But yeah, how are you doing, Chicken Man? Steven, I'm working in my wood shop, and every time I use my sander, it affects my internet. Ooh, that sounds like a grounding issue. Yeah, definitely sounds like a grounding issue. Um, yeah, it drives me crazy. It's like when the air conditioner kicks in, and you see, like in my house, or you know, even hair dryers at hotels or different places where you see the lights do the little dim. Yeah, that's. I'm wondering if it's somehow if it's a grounding type thing. Like if you put a power, well, the best way I think to handle something like that is to put a UPS in line, you a battery backup, so that also, so that you don't see the little hit to the power. But yeah, that sander, because of its high wattage, ends up doing that little power pull. And yeah, I can see it messing with your router. Yeah, the best way I could see avoiding that would be to put that on a battery backup. And nice thing is if you, one thing I did when I lived in Massachusetts, I had a generator, and the plugs I made the things I made sure that went into the generator were things for heat, refrigeration, and also internet. If you put your router and your modem on a battery backup, in a lot of cases, when power goes out, there's still internet being fed into your house. You just need power to your routers and to your modem. So it's not a bad thing to have, just in case. So you always stay online. Brett, hey Brett, good morning. Also channel member. Thank you, Brett. Is Google Home good? Chicken Man, Google Home sucks. No, what I would say is it really depends on what ecosystem you're working in. The more Google services you use, really the more value Google Home is going to add. If you're an Android user, you're going to get more integration with your Android devices going with Google Home. Now, as an iPhone user, it's actually getting to a point that's kind of a toss-up between Amazon and Google, because the benefits of Amazon aren't as huge as they used to be working with Apple. So yeah, I think Google does much better smart displays, but Amazon just has more flexibility and features, in my opinion. Bill, you can go to catchycomedy.com. I'm sure you'll find out if it's available in your area. Thank you for sharing that, Bill. David, think we'll get an iPhone with an M chip? No. And the reason why is once they put that M chip on there, they've just opened a whole can of worms that Apple doesn't even need to do. You know, it's one of those, because now, why can't it do everything this can do? Why can't my phone be hooked up to an external display? Because this has an M1, why can't my iPhone with an M1 hook up to it? As is, there's this whole like, well, why can't I just port over an Apple app onto an M2 iPad? Why not? The hardware is physically the same. You know, so there's already the issue there with the tablet, laptop separation using the same hardware. You're going to introduce that to the phone now, where if you, instead of calling it an M4, you just call it an A19X Viper or some bull. No, the Viper, that's an animal. A Bionic, and then it'll be cool. So it could be the same exact chip as the M4, and I would bet money they wouldn't name it the M4. Just because I feel like now people will be like, oops. Now, why can't I run Final Cut Pro on my phone? You know, I could run it on my, so I don't know. That's just my theory. John, I heard the new iPad Pro not worth nothing for the M4. You know what? Yeah, I'm getting rid of my 12.9-inch iPad Pro and the Magic Keyboard. And I played around with the idea that if I got rid of that and I got rid of the 11-inch, I could replace it. I can buy the new M4. I'd get the OLED display. And I thought, you know what? Why? why even bother? It's instead I can just sell my iPad, my 12.9 inch, make $700 off the combo and keep the M2 that already works well. I'm personally, I can't see doing the upgrade. It feels wasteful to me. Screens already look great. If you really want an OLED display, and hey, it all comes down to your financial things. I mean, for some people, it won't matter at all. You go buy a new iPad, you don't think twice about it. But yeah, I couldn't upgrade for it. Like, they're really in the 11 inch, other than the OLED display, there's so little reason to update in my mind. And I like the 11 inch size. And one of the biggest things that has changed my use of it too is this D brand skin. Because now it's like, it seldom is in a case. I just drop it wherever and don't worry about it. So this is how I use my iPad all the time. I'll throw it into a folio if I'm leaving, but around the house, I mean, this is it. Because this is enjoyable to use as a tablet. And yeah, you could tell by how I hold it that this is how I use it. But yeah, the skins are definitely worth the money if you don't want to use a case. That's a big screen for a watch. that sounds like a really big screen for a watch. Let's see if I can. There we go. Yeah, that. If you look at this, I just put this solid screen on. There's not a lot of bezel space for them to move into. The case size would have to change to go above this, I think 1.93 inches, because there's not a lot of bezel room left. So I'm curious to see what happens there with the size of the iPhone screens. Lisa, I know you don't have an Apple Watch. You got to get a good deal for you so you can end up getting one. Let's see. Oh, sorry. And again, David, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And thank you for being a channel member too. I'm like, I forgot to point that out. Yeah, if you see the little CTT logo there, that's one of our channel members, and I appreciate it, David. Thank you. William Craig, I finally got my parents into a smart home. They both purchased the Aqara UM50 and the Schlage Encode Plus. Okay, my question to you is, when it comes to Aqara hubs, which one would you recommend? I mean, I'd say go with the newest one if you can, but really the one that I would recommend would be the M2. And the reason, get back onto Amazon. The Aqara M2 and Aqara hubs, they're expensive, but you also, if you think about it, they do more than just hub stuff. Like this, I would go with this one. And the reason why is that you can hook everything. It's compatible with all the smart assistants. You can pair up sensors directly with it to create a DIY alarm system if you want, or you can use this. You could, for example, you put the water sensors on it, the water detection sensors, and if you have flooding, the siren in this will go off. And you will have an audible alert letting you know there is something going off. This has the infrared sensor built in. A lot of that stuff, like the infrared stuff, is nothing to me. I don't use it for anything. I just feel like this was their most capable hub. Anything new came to this hub, so it kind of covers you for everything. In their lineup, the M3 gets you more, but you don't necessarily need that if you're trying to hook up the lock to it. This Matter controller, thread border router. It's like I could see, instead of spending that, wait for Prime Days, spend $49 on the other hub, and buy buy some sensors instead. Yeah, pay $50 getting this, and then with the other $70, you can go and let's just type Aqara. How many devices could you buy for $70? How many sensors? A 3-pack of door sensors. Actually, the ones you should get for your parents, in reality, I thought I could just scroll and get to it, is these right here. You put these under each sink, in the bathroom, and that way you get alerted for flooding. So something like this. I'd rather get a 3-pack of these and the M2 hub than go with the M3 for my personal use. I do not recommend pairing devices to the hubs built into Aqara cameras. And the reason why is if you need to change the Wi-Fi on the Aqara cameras, you have to go run them through the reset option. So that disconnects anything paired up with it. So if you need to make changes to the camera side, it can affect the hub side of things. So instead, just go with the dedicated hub. Don't mess with it. Just easier that way. Hopefully that helps some, William. World's longest answer. David, thank you for the super chat, man. £1.99. Did I get that right? I think an M-chip iPhone will kill the battery. Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's a good point too. Is a battery that, I should actually look it up sometime. I'm curious if there is what the actual size comparison is between the A chips and the M chips with it. Because, they're going to be more power hungry because clearly they need to be a laptop. Something like this doesn't have a iPhone battery. But Brett, my iPad Pro has replaced a traditional PC. I'm glad to hear that works for you. I know for so many people that can work well replacing it. For me, the editing side, it becomes cumbersome on an iPad. I've tried to use it as an alternative, but with the laptop, I keep coming back to it. But there's the part of me that I'm jealous. I want to be able to just love just using the iPad and for it to cover everything, because all the other stuff, there's just so much for the computer side. Thank you so much. No, I wasn't paying attention. Thank you, Alan. It's the only option I can find for catchy. Oh, wow. I thought Philo was one of those free ones. And thank you. I got it opened up. Yes, Alan's helping me out. Give me a heads up that Dave's super chat. I have it locally on so you could watch it on Comcast. So if you have Comcast, you could watch it. So I appreciate it, Alan. And yes, I am not doing. I need to turn on some Audible alerts for that. Let me look into that because I have it over here. But thank you for the heads up on that. In 30 minutes, I'm only 5 minutes behind on that. Lisa, I don't have an iPad. Pads of paper. Love it. Okay. Lawrence, the M2 won't talk to your online Aqara Thread devices, where the M3 will talk to your online commissioned Aqara Thread devices. Proprietary BS. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's a good point. If you want to incorporate the Thread stuff, yes. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to have the M3 hub to take care of that stuff. Yeah, the proprietary side of it's amazing how the walls haven't really come down with Matter. There's still a lot of proprietary stuff going on with these companies. Devon, has anyone watched the new movie A Quiet Place Day One? I've seen the trailer on YouTube. The movie A Quiet Place Day One is set to pre-order on Prime Video. No, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what that one is. And Blake, 37 months, man, as a channel member. Get on those memberships, people. Blake, thank you very much, man. Blake is such an awesome dude. He came. He was out in L.A. We got to hang out and have some dinner and just talking with Blake. Love the guy, man. Really good guy, and has done a lot of the editing of the videos on this channel. So I really always appreciate you, Blake. Lost my place. Where'd it go? Oh, David, I've got the Aqara Hub M2 with water leak sensors. Haven't got their door window sensors as we have the Ring alarm set up. Yeah, for me, David, the best place for the Ring, the Aqara door and window sensors are just for automations at different places in the house. Like I have one on my closet here that opens up a strip. In my pantry, I have an LED strip that you open up the door, it turns it on. But yeah, everywhere else I have the same thing, the Ring door sensors or Ring alarm sensors. Zach, the whole pay $10 a month for Lady A features is a scam. Yeah, that I'm curious what will happen with the whole Lady AI, the Amazon AI side of things. You got articles saying they're pushing to be ready by August. So for September event, maybe a potential Lady AI. But I don't know. It just seems, don't have a lot of faith in it. And even Apple, some of the best features that Apple's going to be introducing with Apple Intelligence isn't going to be coming till like early 2025. And some of the features aren't coming to Europe at all, so yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, it is a little insane. Let's see. I've stopped using the assistant because of by the way, did you know I can also help you with that now a smarter version of an annoying assistant? A know-it-all that knows more. Or an over-eager, that eager, I can help you with this, I can help you with that, I can help you with this. And it's like, no, you're just annoying at this point. So, yeah. Lars, hey Lars, welcome. I hope it's possible to update my Aqara Matter device even though I don't have an M3 hub. Well, okay, what FW update? I'm a little confused on that. My Aqara Matter device, even though I don't have an M3 hub. Well, with the Aqara stuff, if you have an M2 hub, and I think even the E1 hub now, anything that is hooked up to that can do Matter, will support Matter. Now, the thing is, one of the benefits of the hub, the M3, is the M3 gets you the thread support, but it can also control devices across the other hubs. Where with the Aqara setup, it's almost like, okay, these devices are paired with this hub, they talk. These devices are with this hub. Now with the M3 hub, you can talk to it all. Fine. So you don't necessarily need to go get the M3 hub unless you're thinking about wanting that thread side or control other devices outside of the Aqara ecosystem. For me personally, it's like I'm using the M3 hub pretty much as an M2 hub replacement. I just haven't really had the need to pair other things to it. And Lisa, love it. The little monster emojis. Pez, hey, welcome Pez. Also in the UK. Love all the support from you folks in the UK. Early on, the channel is a lot of UK support. So, and speaking of which, you guys are going to be getting the Vision Pro soon, right? I don't remember the release order, but July 12th, new group of countries get the Apple Vision Pro, and then on that same day, another group of countries can pre-order the Vision Pro. So, is that right? Yeah. Vision Pro is coming out, folks, in other countries. I love it, Alan. Alan used the Craig emojis. And the dumb face I made. Thank you. So, Zach, I buying that or digging the Amazon charging features. Yeah, I just don't see how they are going to bring a product that's worth purchasing to convince people. Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay, yes, thank you, David, for the heads up. I popped ahead. Oh, yes, I missed a bunch of. David just gave me a heads up because I looked at his comment, and then I jumped around and missed some people. So my apologies, and thank you very much, David, for that heads up. Oh yeah, I missed like a whole group because I jumped ahead. The super chat. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I'm back. I'm like, how did I catch up so quick? David, I'm trying to set up my iPad Pro as my car dashboard. Problem I'm having is the maps are slow to keep up with the movement. Having to use hotspot from my iPhone. Yeah. I'm like, I have no. I was wondering. I'm like, do iPads? They have GPS built in, right? I mean, that's. I was thinking, like, what does do the iPads all come with GPS in them? Like, I never thought about that before. Is like, what is the i? Sorry, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. What is the iPad using for direction and location versus your phone? Like your phone would be using GPS, but then it's also, I would think it would be triangulating off of cellular towers and all of that. So I think that would play a part in it. That I don't think you would have the same location functionality with the iPad as you do the phone. That's just my theory, is from that it wouldn't be able to keep up with that. Now, I used my iPad hotspotted to my phone, and it sucked. It sucked speed-wise. I'm not used to using my iPad connected to a hotspot. I usually have a cellular version, but now that I'm trying to use just the 11-inch only, it just felt extremely slow. So I feel like it could either be the iPad doesn't have the location services that work as well as a phone, or just that lag of the hotspot. I should try with my 12.9 inch and see if on cellular if it acts the same as a phone. John, I still use my Apple V3 watch and still does everything I need. I'm glad to hear it's still working out well for you. That's. But if you bought a new watch now, John, with the screen size, oh yeah, next time you buy a watch, it's going to be a nice update for you. Going from the Series 3 to any of the newer ones, just with the step up in the screen size and the speed, you'd enjoy it. It'd be a good step up. Brett, I was at SummerCon last Saturday and a photo op with the little Leia and Phil Lamar. Oh wow, very cool, man. That's cool. And SummerCon last Saturday. That's in? Is that Washington? Because you're in Washington, right? And was that in? Sorry, now I'm curious. I can't even type now. Did I get it right? SummerCon in Washington State? Yeah, I don't know. You'll let me know, I'm sure. But very cool, man. That's cool. You got to go. David, guess will only work properly with an iPad with a SIM card in it. That's what I think is you would probably need for best accuracy an iPad with cellular, because then it's essentially going to have all the same components in there. The other thing you can check though too is one of the things I needed to do on my phone was make sure that I switched to 5G on instead of LT only, because 5G was sketchy at a point. I needed to switch on 5G on instead of, and then not having it on auto. And that seemed to help a little bit. Blaine, do you have any info on soundbars on Matter support coming to HomeKit? I don't know of any Matter supported soundbars. I don't know. I don't think Sonos. Yeah, I'm like, I do not know of any soundbars that have any Matter support. What was this? Let's see. Nope, that's 2023. I was trying to see if Sonos had come up with anything. Because, yeah, I do not know of... Samsung just turned its soundbar. Nope, SmartThings Hub. Oh, that's interesting. There's... And I don't know how this would necessarily work with Apple Home. This is from last year, but apparently it's Samsung once again puts its SmartThings smart home platform front and center. SmartThings Hub competes with support for complete with support for Zigbee, Thread, and Matter. So I don't know, but there's an idea potentially, the Samsung one, but I don't know offhand of anyone. The ultimate directory for all Mattered certified smart home devices. Visit our official. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, I do not know of anything that does that. And please, if anyone else has any experience with it and knows of a sound bar. And Lawrence, happy Saturday to you. Yeah, now I'm. There's a whole bunch of things. John, my M1 AirPod will do the AI. Yeah, your M1 iPad will do the AI. And that's what's nice is that you can use a 2020 MacBook Air and take advantage of the upcoming Apple Intelligence. It's not just a money grab like you got to buy all of our brand new stuff. And it's like, no, you can use the M1 iPad Air if you want and use Apple AI. The phone-wise, the processing needed for the AI stuff, the phones, it requires an iPhone 15 Pro. But you can use, older, it's not all brand new devices that you need. And Lisa, thank you for being here. Bill, we've been up in the 90s off and on last few weeks in the Midwest, heat index over 100. It's crazy. Is that like weird weather for you guys? That sounds so hot everywhere. Ben, Chicago is 93 degrees today. Makes me debate if it's even worth putting up with winters for this heat. Yeah, that's exactly. You're gonna freeze and then you're gonna melt. Yeah, what's going on, man? Did we break the planet? Steven, 94 in Kentucky today. It's brutal. Everyone stay hydrated. Stay indoors if you can. How can I get an iPad? Good one for cheap from Amazon. A good one cheap from Amazon? Pay attention. That's how. No, that was so rude. No, there's so many. They have so many good deals that end up rolling through. Did you mention an iPad? They're the best place for deals. You just type in iPad and anytime you can save some money off of what Apple is charging. iPad Pro, I'm going to say $50 off. Yep, there you go. Brand new iPad Pro that just came out. $50 off. $50 off. So, God, really, the thing to look at right now is start looking at at some of the previous models. I don't remember. Is this what did they do M1 on this, or is this still? Yep, like M1. There you go. A renewed 12.9 inch M1, so it would run Apple AI for $650. And that, getting renewed from Amazon, they actually have some great. They have some great. You got a good warranty with their renewed stuff going on. So there's a lot of options, especially like, okay, this is the M2 iPad Pro. That's what I'm using here. And the M2 iPad Pro normally would be $1,000, but you could get it for $621 if you go renewed with it. So yeah, I mean, there's all different versions. You're always going to find some savings on Amazon for the iPads. Curtis, hey Curtis, welcome. Thank you for being here. Bill, we've been up and wait, did I? I'm bouncing all around. I forgot to say hi to Curtis. I think. What am I doing? David, have you considered getting the Google Nest to replace the Echo Shows? No, I already have. I had the Nest Hub, but I'm like, yeah, I don't need it. I'll just do a clock because I don't really need. Like, I realize I don't ask that many questions. If I want to know something that I'm usually going to want more detail than my assistant's going to offer, or it's just going to be a voice response that's needed. So the only thing I missed is the weather, seeing the temperature outside. That's about the only thing I missed from the Echo Shows. Ty, I really like the selection of channels on Pluto TV. It is free, and there are channels that play a particular show 24/7. One of my favorite channels on Pluto TV is the Family Feud channel. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Pluto TV.tv is a free service that you don't even have to log in. You don't pay anything. You type in Pluto.tv and then you go here and there's just channels based on, just well, I guess they have they have their own paid services too now. I didn't realize that. Remind me later. Now, maybe they have their own paid movie services. I don't know. But you will find all different dedicated channels on here. Reality. Let's pick reality. Okay, you want to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. You can watch him 24/7. Bar Rescue. 24/7. So yeah, and this is, if you don't know about Pluto.tv, it's free, and it's crazy how many shows and networks are starting to create specifically for these services. Like you go to news, here's CBS News 24/7, and there's live news going on. So real, there's real local stuff happening. This is my morning local news happening here. So just an idea, if you've cut the cord and you still want to have access to some of the different channels, BBC News right there, free all day. So yeah, that's a good one to point out, Ty. Thank you for sharing that. Brett, 64 degrees in Gig Harbor, Washington, but have my window AC ready to go. 64 degrees sounds nice though. That's nice. Lisa from Boston. Oh, very cool. That's my wife's family's all from Massachusetts. And we all lived out there for a year and or for 2.5 years. Then we moved back here. So, Ben, I have a Lenovo bedside clock as alarm clock, but it got bricked. I switched over to Echo Show because it looked most reliable. Since you're moving away from them, do you have any other recommendations? No, I don't, because, the only thing is, I don't want to switch to a different assistant altogether because there really isn't much of a benefit. So, like Google makes better smart displays, but moving everything over to Google for the display, at the end of the day, what am I really getting from that display? In a perfect world, Apple's going to come up with their own version. For me, it's just the smart assistants are a voice only thing at this point in my mind. They've just been downgraded to voice only, and that's it's not worth looking for a replacement. To me, the replacement was the $14.99, $14.99 clock that I ordered to put next to the Echo Pop. But yeah, I don't find any of them offer enough visual value to warrant having any more. But as for running, and I didn't make this clear in the video, which I realized from some of the people's comments, in my Goodbye Echo Show video, I didn't mention, like, my smart home has been running on Apple Home for like the past 2 years. Like, I made a video a year and a half ago about why I switched over everything to Apple Home. The Echoes have only been there for the assistant side and for the couple of devices that I can't get into HomeKit, or specific automations. Like, there was some Ring automations that I wanted to write that with the Ring alarm, or Ring cameras triggering some stuff. So those are written within the Echo. But everything else, I don't need a screen to operate my smart home. Most of it's on autopilot. If I'm calling out, asking for things all day, I didn't do it right, in my opinion. In my mind, I shouldn't have to ask for anything. It should just be there when I need it. And then, I could use voice, or I have a physical button to use instead. So I'm not big on voice control. And okay, now I kind of found, how about okay, now I'm getting back to where I should be. And Brett, yep, we talked about iPad Pro's replacement traditional PC. I love it, man. I wish I could get away with it 100%. I just find myself trying to piecemeal it, and it hasn't worked. Break time. How about M-chip in the phone, Apple TV, watches, and HomePods? No point. No, it's just too overpowered. What is really cool to me, though, break time, is that the big advantage that HomePods and Apple TVs have is that they're using processors from far more powerful things. You have the HomePods are running old iPhone processors. Speaker, no screen, nothing on it. No fancy bells and whistles, speaker. And the processing's using an old phone processor. You're like, that's cool. That's overpowered for what it's needed. Versus, you get an Echo Pop that has been designed to just achieve these specs at this price point. They're just not as powerful. So I guess, like M-chips and any other devices, all the other devices kick so much butt already with that they don't even need it. So, okay, so I think I found my place. I did. Now I'm again 30 minutes behind. I'm caught back up there. UK, sorry, guys. Sorry, thank you very much, David, for the heads up that I missed that whole section in the chat. I'm usually very good about that, but yeah, I apologize about that. Also, new classic cartoon channel is out, metvtoons.com. Thank you, Bill, for sharing that. What do you think about the latest increase in Ring prices? Let's see if I got myself back on track. Oh my God, I thought I was doing so good. Ring membership for video playback. Do you think it's worth it? What do you think about the latest increase in the Ring membership for video playback? I need to look and see what the price change. I just recently got billed for Ring. I haven't really thought about it because Ring price increase was okay. Here's the right answer. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. And the reason I haven't thought about it is I had bought my Ring alarm when the professional monitoring was $20 a month, and it included unlimited cameras. So I'm paying like $20 a month still. Like that's grandfathered in. So I haven't thought about any price increases. I think I just got billed $240 for the next, or $200 for the next year, because I think it's $20 a month or $200 for the year. So the individual prices I know nothing about and haven't paid attention to. And it really comes down to just being grandfathered in on a plan I bought earlier. So I'm from the, if I remember correctly, it's a small price increase, but I also know that Ring hasn't been increasing their prices a lot over the years. So I'm not surprised. If anything, I'd say it's probably about due for them. It would make sense that it's due for a price increase. Not saying they want to pay more. Spencer, Craig, hi Craig from the UK. When Apple AI is released, do you think iPhone 15 Pro ability to control HomeKit will improve? Do you think you'll be able to ask Siri to turn on a device for 30 minutes? I do think it'll improve, but apparently this is something I saw in a video. God, I forget the proper term for it. But one of the things that Apple AI is supposed to do is be able to, God, they have a term for it, that it's able to just kind of grab snippets from different applications and be able to kind of connect the dots between them. And oh God, I wish I could think of what they were calling it. But the idea of like to be able to associate a photo from the Photos app with a place in Maps and an email that was sent from that person in the photo. It's supposed to grab all those different things and be able to connect the dots. Well, that part of Apple AI isn't even going to be available, I guess, until early 2025. The screen recognition, where it knows what you're looking at, apparently that functionality isn't coming out to 2025. So I definitely can see Apple Home being improved when Apple AI comes out, but it's going to need to be able to connect the dots in a way that doesn't sound like it's going to be able to do yet. So if that makes sense, but yeah, there's certain AI functionality that seems like it would help what you're saying. That stuff may be pushed back until early 2025. Blake, I finally got my grandpa to upgrade to a new Mac. He has a 2010 iMac. I am getting, wow, that's an old machine. I'm getting a Mac Mini. Does anyone know in the chat a good Mac for Dummies YouTube playlist I can give them? No, I don't. I hope someone else can give a good answer for that. Did you already buy it, Blake? Did you already pick it up for him yet, or are you about to buy it? Yeah, let me know. Sorry. It's like, where'd my phone go? Sorry, I just want to send something real quick. Gotta respond to something. My apologies, guys. My apologies. There you go. Cool. Sorry, just had to respond something real quick before I forgot. Let's see. No, from Lawrence. N-O. Devon, speaking of Prime Days, I'm thinking of getting a Ring doorbell, or was it $200 gift card with Prime Visa? What do you think, Craig? I would be a little hesitant, Devon, for a doorbell right now. And the reason why is great. Glad to hear it. Yeah. Save that money, Blake. So, let's see. I would be a little hesitant to buy a new Ring device now because September's coming up. So with September coming up, you're going to have new Ring devices announced. Maybe you don't want one of those Ring devices, but that's going to be when you're going to see discounts on the existing Ring devices. So, and if you don't, and for some reason nothing new comes out, you then have all of the November, holiday specials, all the Prime, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You got all the deals going on then. So I kind of feel like since they haven't had anything new coming out, it may be worth waiting to see to save money on existing inventory, existing products, or to take advantage of spending the same exact money and getting potentially something better. Speaking of Prime Days, thinking about getting a... Yeah, and I don't know if what kind of deals. Prime may have some... the Prime Visa may have some incentives to get you to sign up, like $100 off, or like you're saying, $200 off. Something to think about too is if you have old Echoes that you want to get rid of, just throw them in the trash. No, what I was gonna say is something to look at. If you do have some old Echoes you want to get rid of, look at their trade-in program. Save 20% with trade-in. And I'm not going to sign in, but what will happen is you can trade in the device and you'll get a 20% off coupon that's good for a couple of months. And that 20% off coupon, what's great, you may only get $5 for your old Echo that you don't care about, but then you use that 20% and you stack it on top of whatever Prime Day savings are going on, and it can save you some more money there. I'm actually going to trade in some old Echoes that I just want to get rid of. Danny, do they don't if it's a Wi-Fi version? I'm so sorry, Danny. I don't understand the question there. That'd be me jumping all over. Lawrence, I love how one site's rumor of Lady A subscription take over the entire biosphere, reporting the same rumor as fact. Yeah, that is, it is kind of crazy what's going on with it. Because, yeah, well, and what has really kind of jumped on that too, Lawrence, I think the fact that the CEO has kind of said that he has been disappointed and has more of an interest. So that added on to the former, you get the rumor of a subscription price combined, yeah, who knows what's, you got to run with it, man. It's all media. Get the facts straight later. So, let's see where I lost my place again. Lars, update. Oh, firmware update. I have all my automations in HomeKit and don't want to buy an M3 hub, but I believe they should allow update of the devices without having an M3 hub. You shouldn't need to switch anything out. Nothing should need to change for you. Yeah, I mean, doing a firmware update, you should see no difference in things. 1 hour and 10 minutes there. Cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to think this through. Yeah, I would say Lars on that. You basically, unless you're looking, I did all the firmware upgrades on my stuff prior to the M3 hub. I upgraded the M2 firmware to its latest stuff and have not had any problems on the HomeKit side of things. The M3, I brought the M3 hub in, and currently the M3 has a few items that I moved over to it, but I didn't need to maintain how things are. So that has been nice about the Aqara M2 is it's been as the M2, as you do the firmware updates on that, it has just kept everything current on the Matter side of things. So you got all the updated Matter support. You just don't gain the thread or the third party support, with, but yeah, other than that, you should be fine with the firmware update. I'm like, please be fine. Please. I'd hate to give that advice. But no, I went through and updated mine. But, also like Blake, who's in here, he had an issue with one of his Akar hubs and had to reset the whole thing and put 32 devices back in and go through the whole setup process. So things work great until they don't, and then there's no explanation on why. So in theory, you should be fine with an update. Lawrence, I think didn't you use the M2 early on with the Akar update? The TV's in the 2 bedrooms. Lisa, I think I'm confused. Duncan, yeah, Vision Pro for the UK, a country that deep, fries Mars bars and drives on the left. What could go wrong? That's awesome. Deep fries Mars bars and drives on the left. That's hilarious. I love it. Because also knowing that you're a Scotsman in Texas. So it's one thing to hear that from me as an American. Blake, quick Google search says that iPad with cellular has GPS, but the iPad with just Wi-Fi defaults to Wi-Fi for location. You the man, Blake. I appreciate that. And that makes sense. It's probably, if it's lagging behind on the map side of thing, it's probably piggybacking location off of the Wi-Fi, the phone Wi-Fi, which is, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So good, that's great information. Brian, I imagine the iPad's location may be based on ISP unless you're logged into your phone iPad with your Apple ID, and maybe then it's piggyback off your phone's GPS. Yeah, that Lawrence, you can update a car Zigbee with any of the Akar proprietary hubs. You can only update a car's Matter over thread device with M3. Thank you very much for that, Lawrence. Blake, the iPad with Wi-Fi may also use the Find My technology to use other people's devices to ping location as well, but I doubt that happens via maps or anything, mostly just for non-real-time location. Great information, man. Love it. When's the iPhone 9 coming out? iPhone 9... iPhone 9? What? Where did we get to the 9? Oh my God, did I say that? Still have my Apple Watch Series 6, though the hand washing sensor isn't working. Interesting. The hand washer sensor isn't working. Wow. Yeah, Lawrence, are soundbars a Matter device type? No. But yeah, it's like they don't have a Matter device type yet. But what I guess I picture in my mind is, has somebody figured out yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a great point. There's no good. You nailed it. So yeah, Lawrence. Okay, it's actually AirPlay 2 support. Lawrence. Okay, so that was the last Akar device I bought. I have Miros and Eve devices connected directly that is receiving updates in HomeKit. Okay. Yeah, AirPlay 2 is coming to soundbars. That's a big update, or the update that's been going on. Larry, Craig, do you think the Akar U60 will be cheaper on Prime Day than the current 119 on Amazon? And are you asking about the 50? Is that the... Just typing it in the chat, because yeah, the car U50, or you said U60, because I'm not familiar with the U50. Oh yeah, what you're saying now with the U50 with the $30 off coupon. Yeah, it's currently $119 for that. I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say, because it's really, I could easily see them dropping this down to $119, and then having a $30 or $20 off coupon or $10 off. I don't have any information on their deals, but yeah, that is like if you look at now they're doing this would be a good example. This price is normally $229. It's on sale for $189. Plus, you get $40 off. So really, it's a lot bigger discount than it looks like. Now this, they could easily take this $149 down to $129, and then another 30 off. So it's hard to say. The good thing with this stuff, it seems like every other day it all goes on sale. Let's see. Blake, Sonos definitely does not have Matter support. The company is going in the wrong direction, becoming a closed ecosystem. And Blake has been a big supporter of Sonos. He has a lot of the Sonos speakers. Alan, I Googled this question, and quite a number of the soundbars from Sony, Samsung, Sonos all seem to have Matter support. Yeah, I'm like, what? That is interesting. I got to look that up too, because soundbars aren't on the supported devices for Matter yet, I thought. But I'm still using I'm still using my iPad Air 2 so that I can really go, wow, if I ever replace it in 2035. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's like, hey, if you don't need to replace it, I know I had the 2018 iPad Pro, and this is the 2022 iPad Pro. And if I were to put the two of them next to each other, I would never know the difference. I literally would not know. Turn on the screen, would not know the difference. Harley Hub, I got rid of my home internet, and now Lady A can't even set a timer. So I'll be getting rid of all that crap. Yeah, if you don't have internet, the smart speakers are worthless, pretty much. I mean, Apple, they're not. You could still control your stuff locally. Blake, Sonos just got into trouble for changing the selling customer data from saying they don't do it to saying that they may do it. So don't recommend Sonos right now. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the heads up. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Blake, Prime Day's coming up, and I'm sure they'll be offloading old iPads then. Yeah, that's the thing, is they just, not too long ago, came out with a new one, so it's a good time to keep an eye out. Brian, to get good deals on Amazon, I'll sometimes set up a camel alert. Yeah, use those sites like camel. Let's see, how's that? Yeah, camel.com. You can set up price alerts to see where things are. Another one to use is Honey. Put that in, and if you have that extension turned on, it'll give you it'll give you alerts. It'll show you on Amazon web pages how the price looks based on past history. Wow, I am now so far behind. To get good deals, and thank you, Bill, for the 50 minutes. Man, I totally went all over the place this stream. Jacked up this stream. Can't even keep track. Ty, I've heard that if you want to buy an iPad from Apple and you find it cheaper on Amazon, you can call Apple and they'll match the price. Really? I had never heard Apple do a price match. That would be awesome. And Lisa, your mom get that? I don't know what that means. Lawrence, I am still waiting for Thread Group to mandate the interoperability of border routers they promised for 2024. So Nest Hubs and HomePod Minis and Echo speakers all join the same Thread network. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like nothing is playing together like they said things would. And it's kind of annoying. Duncan, not big on voice control. Try being Scottish and try to use it. I can imagine. Yes, I can imagine. That's awesome. It's getting better, but I still have to ask my wife to ask sometimes. I love that. Tell the damn thing to do this for me. The Ring membership price increase only seems to be on the basic package, at least in the UK anyway. Not sure about the US. Yeah, it's a train wreck. It's all a mess. Wow. And thank you, Bill, for the time, and David for the heads up that I missed. I'm out of practice. I leave for 1 week. Devon, Craig, yo, Gabba Gabba Land coming to Apple TV on August 9th. Yo, Gabba, what is that? I'm like, I feel like I should know that. I'm always curious. Why? I seriously cannot type. Yo, Gabba Gabba. Is that what we're talking about? Talking about these folks here? Is that, because I am not familiar with them. So, very cool. And August 9th, people check them out. Blake, haven't bought the Mac Mini yet, but will in the next month. I took a lot of convincing, so I don't want to wait too long. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, and that's take advantage of that savings, man. I always try to go that route now at times because there's some good savings there. Yeah, David, Mrs. Polson nagging. She's glad I'm in here because I'm not driving her crazy. It's like, go talk tech stuff with them. That way I don't have to try to keep from glazing over. She's glad to get rid of me. Blaine, I meant AirPlay to support for sound bars, not Matter. Okay. Yeah, and that's because AirPlay 2 support. And that's one of the things, different thought. Airport, because that's becoming more, we're finding those in more devices now. The AirPlay 2. Oh, well, I actually found something here. You could add AirPlay 2 to any speaker using a Belkin adapter. I don't know. Yeah, I don't, to AirPlay 2 soundbar or not to AirPlay. Yeah, I do not know enough about the whole soundbar situation. So if there's anybody who knows anything about that, please share. Lawrence, that reminds me to hit up the Amazon trade-in before Prime Day. Yeah, that's it. You get the trade-in stuff, and if you use the Amazon trade-in, type in, just look for anything you have you don't want. You're like, old, whatever. No. You might be surprised how many different types of stuff you can trade in. There's a lot of different options of items to trade in. Yeah, it doesn't, I pretty much just started looking at all different tech that I didn't want. You can look up routers and you might be able to trade in your router. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, Lawrence, I still use the M2. My Matter over Thread Acar devices have not had any updates in Apple Home and do not communicate with the Acar app. That's nice. So I will pray for you. Thank you, Lisa. David, like the U.S., the only country that uses month, day, then year instead of day, month, year. Even Canada don't do that. I know. Yeah, only country that uses month, day, then year. Yeah, it is kind of odd. You think about it. It feels so weird to do it the way you do, but it makes more sense, I guess. Day, month, year. Yeah. Eric finally made it back to alive. I'm with you in your last videos of getting rid of all of the Echo shows. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you being here, Eric, and thanks for the support. Lawrence, I need to stay away from IKEA more. I'm sitting with a dozen shortcut buttons on my desk thanks to combining. Combing their as-is clearance section. I need to come up with new automation ideas. Yeah, if you have that many, I don't know how many new ideas we could recommend for you if you're rolling with that many buttons. Now you just got to play. You got to play around and just ridiculous things. I push this button and it turns on a light in the bathroom. Why do you have that? Why not? I have 12 buttons for no reason. So that's it. Very cool. Miss Callie, Nevada, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Lawrence, I love how we used to have everyone in town's name, address, and phone number delivered to our doorstep in a nice bound book once a year. Now we're terrified of someone getting the same information. Yeah, that's a great point. They used to just drop that heavy book. And you're like, why? I didn't ask for this phone book. And it had everything there. No, yeah, that is pretty funny. I appreciate that. David, I've tried Apple Store price match. They said they will, but Amazon's the only place they won't price match. Oh, interesting. That makes sense. My local electric store had iPad Pro with $100 off. Apple Store price matched me for that and the Magic Keyboard. Dude, that's pretty awesome. That's a good tip to know. I appreciate that. Andrew, yeah, Lady A, open the fridge. Oh, you just need one of their, if you go and you get the Astro, the robot dog, and you have it drive it over to the refrigerator, it can look at it for you. You could spend $1,000 and it could drive to it and look at it. That's as close as we get to. Any help? Meredith? I'm so sorry. UK. Hi, Craig. I've been in the home automation for a few years. I finally got Home Assistant set up. Oh my God, why did I not do that sooner? There's nothing you cannot set up. All my lights are automatic. Very cool. Yeah, I hear once you crack open that the Home Assistant, that's a rabbit hole that you could go down with so many options. Yeah, very cool. I'm glad to hear that's working out for you. What are your thoughts on Home Assistant? Do you think Apple will add AI to their speakers as I want Amazon? Well, what I think is in Home Assistant, I haven't gone down the Home Assistant route. So much of my stuff, I really tend to be a person that likes to use native apps and functionality. Because beyond the native stuff, I always feel like there's just more tinkering in things, and I don't always feel like the tinkering gives me enough for the amount of time I put in. So like Apple Notes app. It's not going to be the best Notes app out there on the planet, but it's going to have the best integration across all my other Apple devices. Now, Notability or any of those other ones, they're going to be a better choice for that, but then there's always going to be some little thing that's their thing and their little that, yeah, so I don't know. I opt for usually less functionality and more compatibility with things. So that's where I haven't really pursued it. It's like, what can it do across all of the devices that are supported? That's where like even Hoobs, I don't enjoy bringing things into HomeKit with Hoobs. It always feels compromised still. So, wow, man, I really have gone long today. Thank you for that heads up. 125 punched in at work now. Man, he made it to work and I still haven't shut up. I should have put up I forgot to put the sign up today. The last call. We're just going straight to, sorry, we're closed. No more questions. Let's see. But yeah, when it comes to AI and Apple Home, what I can picture happening is that the AI stuff is going to be a more personalized experience. Now, to get the best personalized experience, this stuff is pointing towards your phone, towards your computer, and it's using information from those devices and giving you personalized AI information. What I think is going to happen on the Apple Home side of things is it's going to use your phone for processing, and the HomePods will just be the in-between device. It'll just be, like when I don't think HomePods are ever going to handle the processing on device, or not at least anytime soon. I think what'll happen is the request will go there. You'll get all the AI goodness happening here, and a response comes out the speaker. So it'll just be a piggyback, I think. Lost my place. Trade in 4 Echoes, 6 Echo Dots, 1 Echo Show, 5 Fire Tab, 10 Fire Tab 8, Fire Tab 7. Yeah. Why not? Who cares? It's fun. Hashtag why not? Love it. Yeah, but will Apple take my Amazon gift cards? See, that's something to think about too. Trade in, folks. You can do the trade-in. You don't have to buy an Echo. You can get the gift card. Like, I actually started to add things up. I had about $250 worth of stuff I wanted to get rid of. Well, I can do that $250 and have the gift card And then I can save 20% off the Echo Dot with clock when one of those comes out. And the other $222 can go to the iPad that's on sale. So speaking of which, I saw that Andrew upgraded 10.2 iPad to iPad Pro M4. Nice, man. I hope you're enjoying it. That is a huge update. You ditch the home button. You're on Face ID. You have OLED. It's a very fast computer. You now can get the Apple Pencil support. I mean, that's a huge upgrade. So congratulations on that, Andrew. And then Bill, thank you for the heads up, man. I appreciate it. And Amazon gift cards. Yeah, let me know if you can make that happen. If someone can make that happen in an Apple store, I'll be impressed. Let's see. I can't keep clicking. Home Assistant can't set up Matter Bridge to Amazon and Google. Okay, thank you, Lawrence. There's a Lady A kettle in the UK. Like to put on the kettle to heat up for tea, right? I wish YouTube would stop putting me in top chat all the time. I miss chat messages. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I end up missing them too, and it always throws you in that. It's so stupid. Thomas, hey Craig, I might have missed it. What are you using in place of the Echo Shows you recently mothballed? I'm just continuing with Echoes get used as my smart assistant, and HomePods are being used to run the smart home. I've been using HomePod since they came out in 2018. I would say 2021, 2022 is when I rolled everything over for smart home control. So really the Echoes have just been there as smart assistants, and for me, in the state of smart assistants, Google is doing the best when it comes to a screen interface. With Google, you can have a full page clock, and that will be all that you ever see. So they make great smart displays. I just don't need the rest of what Google has to offer. So really, I've just been knocked down to voice only. Just going voice only and hoping Apple comes up with a dock or something. We could park an iPad in and have a little touch screen control. But if I were to go with any screen Echo at this point, it would be the Echo Hub, because that would be the thing with the least amount. Well, it's not an Echo Show. So it'd be an Echo Hub because it's a smart home controller and a clock. But even that can change. Blake, Apple HomePod Mini does not have enough RAM to have the Apple AI built in. However, the HomePod does have 16 gigabytes, which is enough. But it doesn't have a high enough processor to handle it. It's using an old phone processor. So I don't know. Every time I look up routers, it brings up wood tools. I'm a wood hobby person. Routers, it brings up wood tools. Oh, that's funny. I like that. David Lawrence, no, Apple Store won't take Amazon gift cards, but Amazon will for Apple products. That's funny. Too bad Amazon doesn't sell HomePods. I know. Wish they would. Yeah, I'm surprised Amazon sells iPads when they have Fire tablets. Yeah. I'm sure if they could find a way to block it, they would. No, they can make money off of that, and they know they can't compete in that area. So, Lawrence, I have gone crazy with the Espressive Zero Code to make DIY matter lights around my office look like Gamer's Desk meets Vegas Strip. Okay, you got to get pictures or something. Send that, share that in the Discord. That'd be awesome. But good for you, man. If you're having fun with it all, that's great. Enjoy it. HomePods will have Apple Intelligence, but will use your iPhone or iPad to process it, I guess. That's what I think will happen. And V, thank you very much, man. Have a great weekend, too. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you guys all being here. This definitely went way later than I was expecting, but I think we got a little deeper into some of the stuff than maybe we should normally do. I don't know. I'm out of steam. Thank you guys for being here. It's always fun. No, I enjoy you guys being here. I'm going to wrap up this stream, and I should be back next weekend. I will let you know if that's not the case, but I think I'll be here for pretty much First, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to commit to anything right now. But yeah, I will. Looks like I'll be here next weekend as of now. But before then, it looks like we have 4th of July coming up. I hope everybody has a great 4th of July. And yeah, everyone stay safe. Enjoy your time celebrating the 4th. And yeah, no video going on this weekend. It's just this. So I will see you guys next weekend. Thank you again, channel members. I did put out a little video on Apple's iPhone mirroring on the Mac. If you want to go check that out, it's a little 4-minute video. No shouting fireworks out your butt this week. No shooting. Oh, shooting fireworks. Wait, we got him. We got him. Bam! Blow it out your... Wait, we don't need to go there. I will see you guys later. And one more time, happy 4th of July, folks. And goodbye.